In 1943, the skies over Europe belonged to speed, agility, and survival. The British Royal Air Force had already fallen in love with sleek fighters like the legendary Supermarine Spitfire. Fast, elegant, and deadly in a dogfight, the Spitfire represented everything a fighter plane should be. So when American engineers introduced the massive Republic P-47 Thunderbolt to British evaluators, the reaction was almost immediate disbelief. The aircraft looked enormous. It weighed nearly 7 tons fully loaded, far heavier than the nimble British fighters RAF pilots trusted with their lives. Some British officers mockingly called it a 7-ton milk bottle. Others dismissed it as clumsy and outdated before it had even proven itself in combat. On paper, the criticism seemed justified. The P-47. Thunderbolt had a huge radial engine, thick wings, and a bulky fuselage. Compared to the graceful Spitfire, it appeared slow to climb and awkward to maneuver. Europe's air war demanded split-second reactions against experienced German pilots flying the feared Messerschmitt Bf-109 and Focke-Wulf FW-190. Many RAF commanders believed the American fighter simply wouldn't survive. But one pilot was willing to test that assumption. At RAF Duxford in England, a daring evaluation flight would completely change the Thunderbolt's reputation forever. The pilot climbed into the enormous fighter and prepared for a high-speed demonstration. As the engine roared to life, skeptics watched carefully from the ground, expecting confirmation that the aircraft was too heavy for European combat. Instead, what they witnessed stunned them. The P-47 accelerated like a missile. Its massive Pratt & Whitney engine unleashed over 2,000 horsepower, pushing the fighter faster and faster until it thundered across the sky at incredible speed. Then came the dive. The pilot pointed the nose downward and sent the aircraft screaming toward the earth. RAF observers were shocked by how stable the aircraft remained. Where lighter fighters often became dangerous at extreme dive speeds, the Thunderbolt stayed solid and controllable. It could dive faster than almost any fighter in the war without shaking apart. German pilots would later discover this terrifying truth the hard way. Once a P-47 entered a full-power dive, very few enemy aircraft could catch it. That single demonstration changed minds inside Britain's fighter command. The Thunderbolt was never meant to outturn a Spitfire. It was something entirely different. It was built like a flying tank. The aircraft carried 8 50-caliber machine guns, 4 mounted in each wing, capable of shredding enemy fighters, trains, trucks, and ground targets in seconds. It could absorb punishment that would destroy lighter aircraft and still bring its pilot home alive.